asks us, why are so many of the great philosophers chaste? They don't have wives. Kant, Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, Kierkegaard, Rousseau.
It's because they were incels. Yes, and if you don't believe me, here is how Nietzsche himself opens Beyond Good and Evil. Supposing truth to be a woman. What? Is the suspicion not well founded that all philosophers, when they've been dogmatists, have had little understanding of women? That the gruesome earnestness, the clumsy inopportunity with which had hitherto been in the habit of approaching truth have been inept and improper means for winning a wench. So basically he's saying they are quite possibly people on the spectrum like myself who just don't know how to get into good relationships, and they're probably quite frustrated as a consequence, and they've channeled that frustration into philosophy, into thinking really deep about the meaning of life. But the good thing about Nietzsche, the thing that separates him from some of these philosophers is he recognises that he falls into that category, and he pokes fun at himself. He has a little bit of a laugh. That's why he calls out dogmatists, because the very worst thing that can happen, and he warns us against this time and time again in his writing, is that resentment at the heart of it bubbles up. You know the kind of man, the one who I scorn you chasing of women, I myself am in love with a higher mistress. I am courting Lady Truth. And there's a hell of a lot of that in kind of male kind of philosophy. People who don't have the skills, who are inept, as Nietzsche says, in their relationships with women, who are incels, and who channel their frustration into their philosophy. And the problem with it is that frustration invariably seeps into, corrupts, toxifies their thinking and their philosophy. And the irony of this is that Jonathan, at the end of his video lectures, and I'm sorry I haven't watched them all, is sort of pitching some, become a higher man to an incel population, and that's precisely what Nietzsche warns us against, that those are the kinds of people who will thread their frustrations into their way of thinking.